Hello guys, welcome to this section of how to grow your Facebook page followers from 0 to 10,000 followers training challenge course, right? On the previous video, we saw how to structure and optimize your page for attraction and visibility. And on this video, we are going to be seeing or learning how to create engaging content, right? The kind of content that people engage with you, people react and take action, because what we want is what to draw people's attention by creating awareness, two, to keep them interested in what we have, three, and to make them to take action. Right now, this is going to be from maybe throwing out a valuable content that resonates with them, or that solves a problem, or that appeals to them and they find it interesting and they hit the follow button and start following you. That's what we are looking out to. Remember, this training also is not out to guide you on how to buy fake followers or whatever. These are real followers that will take action the way it should be, right? So now let's get started. Right, creating engaging content on Facebook involves understanding your audience and providing value through various formats. Just like I've stated, values are being presented through various formats and it creates engagement, right? Now, okay, this is a breakdown of what we are going to look into. Right, number one is know your audience. Number two is what visual appeal. Number three is compelling captions. Don't worry, we are going to be explaining everything. Then number four is variety in content. Number five is call to action. Just like I stated, call to action is when you are inviting people to take action. You are calling them to come take an action, right? Then number six is consistency and timing. Very important, very important. Then engage with your audience. It's very important too. User generated content, right? So now let's look into this very list very breakdown individually. Now, when it comes to knowing your audience, you need to understand their interest, right? What they are interested in. For instance, whoever is watching this video is interested in what? Growing their business or page, right? With real followers, and that's why you are part of this training, and that is why you are watching this video, right? So you need to understand what your own audience are interested in. So by knowing what they are interested in, what they show interest in, you'll be able to what? Come up with what will resonate with them. Then when it comes to point of their pain. That's just the simplest definition of it. Now it get to that point where you know their pain and you hit them by the nail. You hit the nail by the head, right? For instance, I know that business owners would want to grow their followers. I know that content creators want to grow their followers. I know that skit makers want to grow their followers. Comedians, pastors, business owners, people that want to build an audience, right, around what they do, we want to grow their paid followers. You know, it is very taxing and very difficult when you are starting from the scratch and you don't know what to do to grow your audience, right? So with that, I already know that you need this, and that's why I came with what? 0 to 10,000 what? Facebook followers challenge. And that's why you are showing up, you are watching this video. So this is based on demand, and this is based on what? Hitting that pain point, right? And preferences. How do you prefer to do it? For instance, people don't want to buy fake followers because it limits the growth of your business. It restricts the growth of your business. For instance, people that are going to buy bot followers now, and you know, engagement has to do with suggestion and more visibility to like-minded people. So if you are buying followers, you are buying bot followers, it means you are buying fake followers, right? So it is very possible that your content or your page will engage more with fake people, and you may even have reduced engagement rate, right? And your page will not be very visible. You'll be shocked that the kind of people, the kind of audience that your page will be shown to will be different from the kind of people you need to address or your business is in line with. So it is very important to have your audience interest in mind, their pain point, and to have a preference, a format to which you would want to achieve this. And that's why we want to use the Reel format, and using engaging content is also part of our preference to achieving it. And also understanding your audience preference. What are the kind of content they engage with? What are the kind of content? Is it educative content? Is it entertainment? You need to understand them so that you can address them with your content, right? So that is what knowing your audience entails. So you need to use Facebook Insight to gather data about your followers, right? You need to check your page insight, know what people are engaging with, know how what they resonate with more. You publish a reel, are they engaging with that reel? Check the content of that reel, right? Do you have more followers or more people dropping comment or reacting to a particular video? Check the format of that video, right? Once you get to know the format of that video, it will give you more insight of the kind of video you want to create that resonate with your brand, not to create videos that will not be in line with the objective or aim or goal of your brand, right? So it is very important to do this, and these are applicable to other platforms, but we are channeling this training for what? Facebook page for the meantime. Now, visual appeal. It is very important that you use high and quality images, high quality images, videos, infographics, and memes relevant to your audience. For instance, there was a post we published, right? We had to use video, we had to use short video to explain the content of what we want to communicate. People resonated well with it, but the image version of it resonated more, right? No, so having high quality image gives you that attraction you want. People don't want to watch your videos that are blur. People don't want to get to see your photo in a low format, quality format. They will not find it very appealing. They may slide it. People should not find it difficult to understand your image. It should be a quality image, and it should have high resolution and have quality information on it, including your videos. If it is infographics, graphics that shows information about what you do, it is very important. Then about memes. Memes are very relevant to your audience. Memes are very relevant to your audience, right? Sorry, memes that are relevant to your audience. So you want to create memes, funny memes, you need to know that this tallies with your audience, not to be jumping into creating memes because you feel that people are using them to create engagement. You want to do the same. No, understand your audience so that you can know what works best for them. So visuals grab attention and encourage engagement, right? Then the next is compelling captions. Compelling captions. Craft attention grabbing captions, right? Craft attention grabbing captions that complement your visuals, right? For instance, if you take a look at this, you discover that what we have here, we have welcome to 0 to 10,000 Facebook page followers challenge training course. All right, let me still take you back to what we have here. Can you see 0 to 10,000 Facebook page followers challenge? And inside here is a testimonial of a lady that have done this very thing and has achieved 9,700 followers. Right now, getting to look at these very visuals. By visual, we mean what people can see, what they can use their eyes to see. So it can be an image, a graphic, a video, anything. So far it is visible, they can see it. That's what we are referring to as this visual. Now this is a graphic visual, this is an image visual, and on this image visual you can see my caption, very straight to the point. You know that what it is a challenge. You know that what it is followers you want to achieve. You know that you want to achieve a certain followers up to 10,000. So it is well communicated, and it will attract people to take in action. Aside that, someone has done it, and as you can see, this very testimonial here shows that someone has done it, and it is going to what? Grab people's attention more. And that's the major reason you are watching this video, right? Now let's go back to where we stopped. Compelling captions. So you need to tell stories, ask questions, or use humor to captivate your audience. You need the kind of caption that will trigger people to maybe take action, respond, comment, right? Comment. I'm going to be showing all of this, but let's just explain the base concept before proceeding to looking at some of these things and how they are effective currently, right? So the next is content variation. You need to mix different content types, right? Don't just create one content, mix different content so that you can know the one that works best. For instance, you can have educational content, you can have videos that teaches people about a particular thing, about a trick, a hack, a strategy, or how they can do this, a hint, a to do, a how to, right? A how to video, so that people can what, engage more and want to show more interest. Then it can be entertaining, right? It can be an entertaining content, it can be an inspirational content, it can, so just cater to diverse different preference, right? Then you need to experiment with what, live videos, posts, behind the scenes content, etc. For instance, if you are into cake baking, you can do a short video of yourself baking cake. Even if you don't want to talk, you can just do a video showing yourself how you are doing it behind the scene, and you just present it, do a voice over it, that this is how we get to do, this is what we do, and we come up with the amazing cakes you see. Things like that. People want to feel your content, people resonate more, people will find it more interesting because you are real. You are not any form of ghost, and these things are not being manufactured by magic, but someone is behind the scene, right? So ensure to adapt some of these things so that it will aid you in this engagement strategy. Then call to action rather, which is CTA. So wherever you see CTA, it means call to action. You need to encourage people to interact by including clear call to actions in your post. For instance, you want people to comment, go ahead. You want people to click something, tell them to click it. You want people to follow up or like, ensure to tell them that this is what they need to do, so that it becomes very clear and they know what to do. We are in such a world where people know what to do, but until you tell them to do it before they will do it. So it is very important. If it is for like, ask for likes. If it's comment, ask for comment. If it's shares, ask for shares, or direct them to click a link, but make it very clear, right? For instance, I don't need to tell you to click maybe after telling you that to be able to grow your challenges, create content, and I was like, click to follow me. No, I should not do it that way. I should make it very clear that follow me if you want more ideas on how to grow your content, or stay tuned to my page if you want to, or drop a comment if you want me to create a certain video, a particular video, right? That way it makes more sense, right? It makes more sense. People know why they are following you, not because you want them to follow you, but because you have something for them, right? So it is very important, right? What's the next thing? Consistency and timing, very important. You need to be consistent in your content creation. You need to be consistent in the kind of engaging content you create, so that the more they engage, the more the algorithm will favor you, the more the algorithm will show your content to more people. It is very important. There is no magic to this. Consistency is why you are seeing this video. Consistency is why you get to know about this challenge, and timing is another important factor. Maintain a consistent posting schedule. Be sure that you are posting regularly. Even if you cannot post every hour or 4 times, 5 times, 10 times a day, be sure to post at least once, right? Be sure to post. If you can post 2 times, post. If you can post 3 times, post. But it should be something you can achieve. Remember, our goals are always smart, very specific, very measurable, very achievable, because they are relevant, and the timing part of it. Then experiment with posting times to find when your audience is most active. For instance, you can decide to post as early as 6 a.m, 8 a.m, 10, 12, 1, 3, 2, 3, 6, 7, to know the one that people are engaging with more, to know when people are showing up more, so that you can fix yourself into that timing. For instance, if you are engaging with maybe mothers that you know that maybe mothers that will be very active in some certain hours of the day, it means you already know that these people will not be online once you drop this post, you know, the algorithm shows the post more to people when people engage. So the moment the post drop, people are going to be notified that a content has been what published, and they will engage, right? But when they are not active, it's going to take them to come and find your content, or maybe when people react, for it to show more and it shows up to them. So you need to be consistent and also know your timing, so that you can post when people will be active. And there are instances where anytime you post, people can actually get to see your post, right? But just ensure that you are consistent in your posting. Do what you know you can do, but you must not, for the sake of maybe overwhelming, or maybe you cannot do it and you don't post. Please post regularly. It's very important. Engage with your audience, and this is where most persons find it very difficult to do. Most persons don't engage with their audience. They don't respond to comment, they don't respond to messages instantly or easily, and share. It is very wrong. Yeah, it is very wrong. And there are instances where you'll be overwhelmed. Yeah, it is considered, but try your best to fix the delay in response, so that it's encourage your audience to engage with you. Then engage in conversation and build a community around your content. Build a community. Drop the kind of content that people will drop comments, people will ask questions, people will interact, and try to build a community. Try to create that content that they'll feel hungry for more content, right? Then the next thing is user generated content. User generated content, very important. This is what we call UGC. So when you hear about UGC, this is what we mean: user generated content. So you need to encourage users to create content related to your brand and share it. For instance, just like the screenshot you saw, someone actually sent it to me. Now I can decide to tell her to create a video of herself talking about this, and she'll create it and send over, right? That's user generated content. It drives more engagement because people get to feed this content more, right? You can maybe be using a particular product, you use it and do a record of it. Show clearly how you're using it. That's user generated content. And they must be related to your content. You don't need to use a content that is different from what your brand talks about, right? So that's very important. That's very important. Then prioritize what works, right? Prioritize what works. It is good to have a test, and it is good to know what works, and it is good to make what works your priority, right? The key is to keep testing and analyzing what works best for your audience. Remember, marketing is all about testing what works, what can work. The can is the probability there. So once there is can, it means you have not validated it. Until there is this confirmation or this validation, you can't actually state or say that something has worked, right? So you need to put that in mind. Adjust your content strategy based on the performance of metrics provided. So based on the result you have, you are going to know that this is what is working. Remember, we talked about we mentioned here where variety in content, right? Variety in content. So the variety now is going to give us an insight of what is working. Based on what we are leveraging, we have an insight of what is working, and we try to channel more energy into what is working so that we can get more result, right? So that is what creating an engagement content entails. And like I stated, is a practical course. We are going to be taking it one step at a time. So the next video, we are going to first look into some of these things I just mentioned practically, right? Then we dive into how to create viral video, right? How to create viral video before we proceed into other things. How to create viral video. So stay tuned for the next version of the challenge.